everyone, it's Tracy Lewin.
And Peter Murray. Good afternoon, Tracy.
Good afternoon, Peter. I see we're talking about London FinTech Week today.
London FinTech Week, as we all know, it's the premier financial technology event of the year, and it's on in the FinTech capital of the world, London, from July the 7th to the 14th. And if you click on the little button below, you can still get tickets, am I right?
Yes, you can, and I will actually put a link in the bottom of this video.
Excellent, excellent.
So this is actually the 4th year that FinTech Week has been back to London.
It is, and it's getting more and more exciting. So I can't wait for us to work through this agenda so that we can tell people why they should be at FinTech Week, because I think this FinTech Week is going to be really an unmissable event.
Well, it sounds good. So firstly, opening keynote is State of London FinTech by the Deputy Mayor of London. So that should be a great one to watch.
That's right. And, London has been the FinTech capital of the world. Everybody accepts that. And but with everything happening, Brexit and all the uncertainty now around the elections and all the tax and all of that stuff, it just, be good for Deputy Mayor to tell us what the state of FinTech is in London and hear his perspective. That would be very, very interesting.
Absolutely. And straight after the Deputy Mayor is a regulation update panel.
Yes, and that's going to be quite interesting as well. I think it's important for all of us in this industry to stay updated on regulation.
As well as following the money. FinTech Global Investment Report.
Well, we've been doing the news now for a while, and we've seen how many investments has been going into FinTech over the last, the last 2 years. So this is going to be very interesting to get our update on that as well.
And also what's new in payments and value transfer. Obviously that's quite important as well and focus area.
Very much so. I mean, and, I see there one of the people speaking is from Western Union. And as we know, Western Union are just piloting, incorporating Coinbase and Bitcoin into their system. And, payments transfer, the biggest transfer market, as you all know, is remittances. So again, almost an unmissable piece of information over there.
And, talking about the unbanked, there are billions of people unbanked in the world.
Well, we know that, that the unbanked market is huge, and, our technology can really make a difference to those people, getting them involved in the mainstream economy. So, again, very interesting. I see the guy there speaking is from BitPesa, one of the big players in emerging markets. So it's going to be interesting as well.
Yes, as well as meeting some of the innovators. We've actually seen FinTech is absolutely booming at the moment. So lots of exciting stuff coming our way. Yes,
I mean, there's companies that's innovating very, very fast. So that will be a very nice little segment to go and see.
As well as international payments ecosystem, what are the similarities and the differences?
Well, I think, the ecosystem for international payments have changed over the last few years. The banks have their own SWIFT system and, transfer systems, and everybody is looking at new systems and new transfer methods now, and it's becoming cheaper and cheaper and more consumer friendly.
Yes. And, we just actually spoke about FinTech startups because, honestly, we've been it's really booming at the moment. So there's going to be a piece on startups from around the world.
I think that would be interesting, to see what new companies are coming on board, what they're thinking of, what's happening next, and as the guys say, and after that, we'll have a thing on what's happening in China and Asia, which is also going to be quite interesting because that is a big FinTech hub.
And this one is pretty interesting too, the future of money, what's just beyond the horizon.
I think a lot of the discussion on the future of money will be going, will be focused on the rise of cryptocurrencies and, the new money we actually going to get into the system. So, I think Monday for sure is going to be a very, very exciting day at FinTech Week. And yeah, it's a very good agenda for a first day of something like this. So
Certainly is.
already a reason for you to go out in the link below and buying your ticket.
So day 2 starts off with London and Global Capital.
Yes, another input on what's happening in London and the capital. London, like we said, is the financial capital of the world, and so that's going to be very interesting as well. And after that, the guys are going to talk a little bit about what's happening next in the foreign exchange markets, which will be very interesting as well. And then one of the big discussions is about Brexit, and how that is going to influence and creating the challenges and opportunities created by Brexit.
Yes. And another new development is all this machine learning that we're hearing about.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last week there was this guy creating this fund that anybody can become a fund manager by using his trading robot. That's an artificial intelligence trading platform. So we'll see, how that is another very innovative area. And, artificial intelligence is popping up everywhere. And I think this is something that we'll see coming up in future events and in financial, seeping into financial services a lot.
And then trends in trading, technology that moves markets.
Well, technology has been moving markets for a long time. I remember when the Chicago markets went from, pit trading to electronic trading, what a massive difference that made. And now, we have for a few years beyond that. And the new technology is coming out and the things you can get to enhance your trading skills and to assist you with analysis is just mind-boggling.
And then bridging the SME and business funding gap.
I think this is, small and medium enterprises and businesses need funding, and I see there's a lot of the crowdfunding people talking at this, and so this is going to be a very interesting discussion as well about funding and how you can fund your small business.
Yes, very much so. We've been hearing a lot about crowdfunding. And then the MIFID2 puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, this is the European directives on investments and how that works. And that is going to be very interesting to see how those directives are going to be changed or going to be impacting fintech going on. So this is part of the regulation discussion, which is going to be in the forefront of everybody's minds. If we have new fintech investment products, how are they going to be sold, and all kinds of questions.
Very interesting Tuesday then.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Wednesday is the state of play of UK financial services in a changing global environment.
So I think it looks like they're starting every day off with like a scorecard on the UK, the UK environment. So London is definitely trying to, assert itself. So that will be another thing that I'm definitely interested to see.
So, we've spoken before about regulation. It's quite a focus area as well. And here's a RegTech update.
Yeah, I mean, regulation technology is growing, and it's basically technology that helps you with regulation and goes hand in hand with compliance. And I think, that is a fast growing business as well. And so, and that will flow over into this panel talking about regulation and, all the things around it. And again, after that, we're going to talk a little bit about banking and what's happening there. And then very interesting one after that is entering the Chinese market. FinTech is actually quite an interesting conversation.
And then straight after that is another discussion about Brexit, where they are now from a financial services and fintech perspective.
Yeah, I think the first one, the previous, that's only going to be, more overall, but this is going to be more in depth, in what effects Brexit will have on your fintech business. And also, a lot of fintech startups are in London. So, that they used to be able to just passport their products into the rest of Europe. So how is this going to be affecting, how's Brexit going to affect that London as a startup base is going to be very interesting.
Of course, meeting some new innovators again.
Yes, I mean, there's some interesting new companies that's going to tell us what they're doing there. And then I think this thing, InsurTech. I mean, the ability of fintech and of especially the crypto world and peer-to-peer insurance to disrupt the insurance industry has not even been, the surface hasn't even been scratched. So that is going to be very interesting as well.
And of course, we all want to know about best practices to take a fintech company global.
Yes, I mean, you want to have your fintech company all over the world. So what do you need to do? So they will tell you what the best practices is.
Yes, absolutely.
You can't just have a fancy website. You need a few other things.
Yes, you do. So that'll actually be great. So, and then after that is an investor point of view panel, a discussion.
Yeah, so that's quite interesting as well. So that will bring us to the middle of the week, and I think what will happen is I'm sure there will be many companies having drinks on the Wednesday evening, because people will be, after those 3 days, you'll be quite tired. But don't leave yet, because on Thursday there's a lot of things happening as well. And one of the things close to my heart is this one, cybersecurity, because this is the biggest threat to our digital economy.
Yes, that's going to be a great one too. And here's another one about machine learning.
Well, they asked the question, is it okay to panic yet? Stephen Hawking thinks so. So maybe we should be panicking about artificial intelligence taking over our lives.
And here is cryptocurrency, structured financing for cryptocurrency.
That's that's going to be quite an interesting discussion as well on how that will work.
And also, we've been seeing quite a bit of stuff come through in the news about central bank digital currencies.
Yes, and here again, central banks are looking to launch their own currencies and and all kinds of things. So that's going to be quite an interesting discussion as well. And a little bit of a different topic, which is nice.
Yeah. What made the news just earlier is Singapore central bank has done some testing on that.
Yes.
Okay, so is blockchain or distributed ledger technology ready for mainstream?
Oh, well, the question is the mainstream ready for blockchain technology? So, yeah.
And then adventures in blockchain straight after
by the Royal Bank of Scotland, and they just had an adventure by being fined for mis-selling some mortgages in the US again. So I hope they don't do the same in blockchain businesses. So yeah, the bank might want to have a blockchain adventure. We'll see.
Yes. And here's China again. China and startups, serious growth potential of heading east.
That's another session on how to start in China, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is, lots of companies want to hear how to do this. And there's some more innovators we're going to hear about.
And of course, the Internet of Things and identity, which is a hot topic, and the unbanked.
Yes, you see, these three things all go together because the main problem with the unbanked is how do you identify them? So there's people with all kinds of innovative solutions on that.
Blockchain beyond financial services panel discussion.
Oh, there's so many applications of the blockchain beyond financial services in the medical field and all kinds of, in logistics and all kinds of other stuff. So that is also definitely something to go and listen to.
And of course, Alibaba is quite a progressive company, and he has a keynote, Alibaba Cloud.
That's going to be interesting.
Are you telling me you're not going to miss FinTech Week?
No, I'm not going to miss FinTech Week. Are you going to miss FinTech Week?
No, not with all these topics.
No, for sure. So if you're sitting there and wonder how are you going to get in, remember that below this video, there's a link. Go to that link, click it, and buy your ticket now for FinTech Week. And, make sure that you're there for these few days and then, move on and do the whole week.
Yes, including the blockchain workshop, which is actually on the Friday, getting started with coding for blockchain and smart contracts. Another hot topic, smart contracts.
Yeah, and that workshop will be very interesting for people interested in developing and stuff like that. And but this FinTech Week wouldn't be possible without its sponsors. And some of these sponsors have some interesting companies. So let's have a look at them and see what they're going to do.
Well, there you are. One sponsor we do know is Bitvault.
Yeah, I see Bitvault is right there. And I mean, they are a FinTech Week sponsor. And, the Bitvault is actually going to be launched and introduced at the FinTech Week. So this is going to be very, very exciting for everyone, and definitely something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
There's quite a few things going around going on around the Bitvault, and we'll be there and we'll report on the Bitvault as well. So that's interesting, and you can click on the link there and go find out more on the Bitvault by just clicking there on this page, and there's a little drop down menu that says visit the Bitvault.
Yes. And then Bitcoin.
Yeah, this is an interesting one.
Yes.
Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency that's linked to real estate.
Amazing.
And I thought that would be an interesting one. So go there and go read a little bit about them. That might be quite an interesting thing. So everybody wants brick and mortar, so there's Bitcoin for you.
Yes.
Somebody came up with the idea.
And of course, it wouldn't be the same without some media. CoinDesk is there.
Yeah, CoinDesk is there to report on everybody, and we'll report on everybody as well. But I hope CoinDesk has a good time, and they certainly will write a few articles that we will share.
Yes, for sure. So there's quite a list here, Peter. What about London Business School? They're there too.
Yeah, it's amazing, and we've been telling people, if you want a new career, go and study this. And now you can go and do that. That's why the London Business School is here, because they're looking at how they can develop new courses for FinTech. So that's a very interesting development as well. And that's interesting. And my old friend Kush is there with Tallystics. He's going to tell us about invoicing and invoice financing and all that stuff, on the blockchain. So that's very interesting. So quite a diverse group of sponsors as well, and a lot of these guys are going to exhibit. So if you're at FinTech, we go around to the exhibits and go have a look
and chat to them.
And
of course, you know what? A conference wouldn't be the same without a hackathon.
Yes, and now the hackathon is going to be about the ICO, initial coin offerings.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was just going to say, Peter, we see initial coin offerings coming through, articles coming through every single week.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And I mean, building a ICO or initial coin offering is a way for companies to raise money. It's a new way of raising money. And this hackathon is actually going to be quite nice to see what guys come up with. And maybe there's something that coming out of the hackathon that we can invest in. I'm not sure. Do you want to maybe go launch your own coin at the hackathon?
Why not? So this is an invitation to come and meet us, Peter. We're going to be there. And this is our spot.
Yes, this is an invitation to come there and to come see the Bitvault, and also come visit the BitMedia stall. We are actually inviting companies at the FinTech Week to come there and to register with us. And if you register on our website now, you can actually, we'll do a free video profile of your company. But there's limited availability. So we'll leave a link below this video. Go to our page on that link and then just say that you're interested. Just register there if you're interested for us to do a video profile in your company. But also come and see the Bitvault and how it works and everything. We're right next to the main conference center. When you'll see a big television screen, and we're right next to it in stall 19 and 20. And there's a little map for you.
So we will see you there, no doubt.
We will see you there, no doubt.
So, Peter, this is very informative, and I honestly believe that this is an event that people should not miss.
People should not miss this event, and looking forward to it, and hopefully see everyone there.
thanks very much, and we'll chat again soon.
We'll chat again soon. Ciao, ciao.
Cheerio.